My name's Alex, and I'd like to ask everybody to close your eyes. Try to sit as still as possible. Do your best to keep an even, slow breath in and out. Take a quick moment and imagine you're the only one in the room. Nothing's affecting you. You're just passively existing. Make an intent to relax. This is what an opening commonly sounds like for a practice called Yoga Nidra. You can open your eyes. Yoga Nidra is a common practice for people trying to induce a sleep state in their bodies. But what is sleep exactly, and why do you care? According to the Oxford Languages, the world's leading dictionary publisher, sleep is a condition for body and mind that typically recurs several hours a night, in which the eyes are closed, your posture is relaxed, and your awareness of surroundings is basically suspended. Matt Walker, British scientist and professor of neuroscience and psychology, defines sleep as your life support system and nature's best effort yet at immortality. That sounds like a pretty big deal. That sounds like a really big deal. But why is it so important? Why do we have things like Yoga Nidra or sleep pills or therapy and science is dedicated solely to sleeping? I mean, think about it. Every animal does it. They take away their awareness, their protection, their ability to see what's going on around them. They're not hunting, they're not eating, they're not looking for a mate, they're not progressing their status. Why do we do that? Why would any animal do that? Well, sleep can be considered the center factor for adaptation. First off, this is where memories are cemented in your mind. It's during REM sleep that your newly consolidated memories become interconnected with your prior memories. Secondly, restorative processes take place, flushing out toxins and repairing tissue. Studies show that time to physical exhaustion drops by 10 to 30% as aerobic output is significantly reduced when you start receiving anything less than 6 hours of sleep per night. This is the same for mental acuity and overall focus. More than likely the first thing to go when you start receiving less sleep. And that's only 6 hours a night. Most people get that if they're lucky. Which can be considered dangerous considering such acts as driving cars or running machinery, or think about the military, having to stay up late and focus on what they're doing. In fact, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have found that being awake for only 17 hours at a time is similar to having a blood alcohol content of 0.05%. In a lot of countries, that is considered illegal. So staying up for 24 hours, again, military, that's considered relatable to a 0.10%, which will definitely put you over the American standard. The last big one is overall general health. Sleeping is where your body will rev up its immune system to fight off diseases and inflammation in your body. So now that we understand why sleep is so important, let's ask the question, why do so many people struggle with it? Why can nobody sleep? According to the National Institutes of Health, 7 to 19% of adults reportedly do not get enough sleep, where 40% reportedly fall asleep during the day, say at work or at school, at least one time a month. 50 to 70 million Americans have chronic sleep disorders. Coincidentally, a 2022 survey found that nearly 37% of Americans rated their mental health as fair or poor, up from 31% the year prior. What do we do about it? We understand that sleep is a vital part of human life. So important that when we don't get enough, it has an effect on every aspect of our life. The first thing you should consider is cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, CBTI. This is in the realm of sleep hygiene, cognitive restructuring, and relaxation techniques. This method, though it may take a month or so to feel the effects, can actually treat your insomnia with no medication. By changing the mind-body connection in regards to sleep, learning how to put your body in a more sleep-ready state. Think when you lay down for a small nap and you don't quite fall asleep, but you're still dozing off. The very first thing we talked about, Yoga Nidra, has been found to not only be useful to improve sleep, but traditionally used to improve your self-learning and improvement of self-control. This can be an absolute game-changing addition to a daily routine and make you more receptive to other forms of CBTI. I would advise trying these methods extensively before prescription pills or heavy doses of melatonin, which is commonly pushed on people. Matt Walker, with his famous book, Why We Sleep, says that melatonin has been directly correlated to a shorter life expectancy. So key takeaways from this talk are: 1, sleep is a vital part of our lives and must take priority in order to maintain health and productivity. 2, a large percentage of people are currently experiencing sleep issues due to specifically stress. And 3, natural methods such as cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia and Yoga Nidra are not only accessible, but extremely effective for dealing with these sorts of issues. Thank you.